trying to know if I could hit it from behind though. I'm sipping on some fine wine though. And when it's over, I press rewind though. Sweetie, you'd have him bands, but I got it. Benjamin's all in my pocket. I traded in my shoes for some Robbies. He playing Batman, Chris is gonna rob him. I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, no 38. I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, no 38.
She's fine, wonder when she'll be mine. She walk past, I press rewind to see that that's one more time. And I got this soda. Family guy, they know us. All fast money, no slow bucks. No one can control us. Yeah, baby, tell me what you see. Is it money or it's me? I smoke 20, smell the weed. I got honeys in my V. They like Stewie, can you be my baby daddy? I'm like, yeah. I got robins on my jeans. You see the wings on every pair. All you see is Family Guy. You know my homies everywhere. If somebody got a problem, we can meet up anywhere. Now go say something, don't you homies play dumb. You know where we come from. You don't want something A1. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. Wonder when she'll be mine. She walk past, I press rewind to see that as one more time. And I got this soda. Family Guy, they know us. All fast money, no slow bucks. No one can control us. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. Wonder when she'll be mine. She walk past, I press rewind to see that as one more time. And I got this soda. Family Guy, they know us. All fast money, no slow bucks. No one can control us. Yeah, baby.
Brian, it is me, Brian. I'm real. It's me, Stewie. I'm real, Brian. Real.
Okay. Yeah, when the incredible machine music starts playing, that means it's time to go. Hello. It is I, the Jimmy Carter peanut statue. In the flesh, or rather in the peanut. And right now, I'm trying this bowl of melted shit. And that's gonna get me demonetized to some degree by saying that. That's fine. YouTube's like, you can't say that. You can't do that. That's not allowed. You know what? You know what's not allowed? My rights as a living giant peanut statue. That's what's not allowed, apparently. Okay. Joking aside, I'm constantly monitoring the frickin' state of the stream. Because it's telling me, oh, you're streaming in 720, but it's 1080. Oh, it's also 1080. Also, your bit stream is your bit rate is lower. You should increase that. And I say that's just ridiculous. My bit rate's just fine. Question mark? Okay, so I can actually go over. I can actually go over and ask Mr. Rick Funny over here, wink wink nudge nudge, to test out the stream real quick. Because I don't even know if I'm coming through 100%. We'll see. Oh man. It is a Saturday. And we are living in Quahog, Rhode Island. In spirit, at least. I'm not, because I'm in, you know, Georgia. The place where every single film is made. If you're not aware. It's a real fact. Okay, let's see here. It's live. I'm gonna hear myself speak on this. The place where every single film is made. Wow. Okay, I guess it's working. You know, oh, we're back to this again. You know, I have a feeling Mr. Rick Funny's gonna say something, but YouTube's not allowing him to do it. Oh, that went through. Wow. Thanks, YouTube. You're very helpful. I might need to keep that on standby here. Because I don't know if a majority of my actual subscribers are alive. But if they are, and they do want to see something like this, I guess they'll be able to see it later when it's all concluded. Like a normal video should, or something like that. I don't know. If you're out there, give me a sign. I'll know you're out there if you spell iCup. So, I actually do wonder how the audio sounding, because I know for a fact that this mic, my peanut voice, is definitely louder than the actual music right now. It should be. Pristine, high quality, because we do nothing but quality here at the Hell Funny Network. Okay, so I kind of envisioned there wouldn't be much of a turnout. Maybe one or two people coming by and being like, "Oh, what the hell is this? This guy streams? This Glock and my Rari guy streams? Why? Why does he do that? I could be watching Fortnite gameplay." Yeah, me too, bud. Anyway. Today is a development test stream. Like I said in the little post, or as was said in the post, I should say. Keeping character here. That we're gonna be just going through some behind the scenes. And maybe showing off some stuff that's coming up, and maybe messing around in FL Studio. I don't know. Personally, for me, it's been like years. I'd say probably more than a few years since I've actually live streamed to YouTube, and I don't really see it as a thing to keep doing because I am more of a content creator than an actual live streamer. But there was a time I used to stream process stuff to certain friends who are now gone. So I guess there's some level of comfort there, even though it's like, barely anyone is going to be here. Unless they get notified too late. Or they see it, because this live stream will be public. Because I do not care. Anyways. If anything happens, like, I don't know, someone lets out a fucking obscene fart in the background, that could be edited in post. that can be fixed. I swear. Okay. So, going on with my original plan, I will now transition to the series panel. So, here we are. So these are all of the series that I have made posters for. It's not every single series, but you've seen a couple of them. Some of them may exist already. This is what's coming up. Mr. Hell Funny himself was like, hey, you better show these series to these people if you don't want your nut cracked. And by nut, my entire body. Because, you know, I am a peanut statue. So that's appropriate to say, YouTube, just so you know. I swear, I'm gonna get, like, contraband just for saying the most out-of-pocket stuff I can. Alright. Yeah, so... not much to say here. Because, I really just want to dive straight into it. So, speaking of Jamie, the background audio right there. That's from the remix album. It's coming up as a Hell Funny radio entry. Soon enough, you know, soon enough, as they say. But enough about that. Today we are blending. We are blending, that's right. Blending into the background of the YouTube platform. Okay. So this is a Blender right here. This is Grease Pencil. If you're not aware, Blender is a free software. But you probably already know that. What you may not know is that it's actually getting really great at 2D animation stuff. And already being a 3D animation program, it makes things very, very easy to put together. Like if you have a whole 3D environment. Hold on, this noise barrier is kind of funny. I'm gonna see how this sounds. Okay, it's not too horrible. I guess I have to keep checking. So, gotta love it. Just gotta love it. Okay. So as we're doing our stream here, actually our first viewer ever, the first person who left a comment ever, is someone talking about Jesus. So you know it's a good sign when your stream starts off like that. Jesus is watching me. The big JC is watching me, as in Jimmy Carter, because I'm the Jimmy Carter peanut statue. Okay. So yeah, I just wrote this randomly. There's a crude drawing of me. Probably something like that. Because it's supposed to be the holes, the peanut indents. Yeah. Wow. Okay. You ever feel like you work in something for so long that when you go into it, you just end up playing with a bunch of the features, and you feel like you're just starting out when you're doing that. When you know it's like you've used this software for a while. What's going on, man? So it's just a funny feeling. Kind of playing FNAF right now, just swapping through here in the stream chat. I know there's nothing going on so far. I wonder if a lot of my viewers are actually like across the country. I'm over here like in the US. It's like, man, all my subscribers are like in Europe or something. What's going on? They could be sleeping, could be busy right now. Who knows? That's just my guess. So we have a peanut here. Me, naturally. I'm gonna draw him again. Very crudely. Yep. There he is. Wow. Very artistic. I say so myself. Oh! Whoa! That came out. Okay, so... whatever. That can be saved for later. Or never. The whole point here is to show you what's been going on, and I sure hope it doesn't blue screen my computer, I swear. Let's just open a random one. Wow. So this is, yeah. California Radio. This is actually relatively new, because, California Radio didn't really have a 3D logo before. And to kind of keep that raw time logo aesthetic going, I just decided, hey, it could use a 3D logo. So here it is. Yeah. Wow. You did great. Come here and get your prize. That was Baldy speaking. Okay, so there's that. Okay, how about another random one? Here's the remixes CD. Now, the fun fact about this right here, this is 100% modeled by me. I was originally going to go the lazy route and be like, okay, certainly someone out there has a like decent jewel case CD model that I could use. As it turns out, it's not that easy. So, and I realized I had a couple of references nearby, so I used those to make this. It's really gonna dog down the stream if I keep doing that, probably. So, yeah, there's no back. There is no back. Only the front. And it does actually open. So if there were to be a theoretical CD, it would go right there. I'm breaking this poor CD. Oh, I was like done for that one part, just for that one video talking about it. See right here, this is the old How Funny logo. It's sitting in disrepair right now. Yes. Now, aside from the network change video, and the one that came after that, or before that rather, the Glock in my Rari version 3 that came out for the bonus video, ended with this right here. I'm not going to say too much about it, but there's a reason why it's lying on the ground somewhere in who knows where. Probably Illinois. Illinois. It's always Illinois. So, what else? What else? Well, let me tell you. Let's talk about animation. So, a while back, I was when I was doing animation references, or not references, animation segments for a couple of the Hell Funny videos. I decided to model something. I modeled this right here, so it doesn't crash Blender. It's, you might figure out who this is. So I only use this as a reference. Practically one time, because for the rest of it, I feel like you could still just draw her on her own. You don't really need references when you just know the basic idea of what makes up a shape of a character, but this is still there as it's a helping hand. Plus, when it renders, it is flat. Yes, I kind of have to manually edit the intersecting meshes, but that's fine. For that, I specifically actually made the segment in the Minisode, the first Minisode, where Jenny appears randomly and she's like, they're spying on, well, spying on me, the Jimmy Carter peanut. And of course she just zooms away. That right here is this. So you can tell I used the reference there and I actually had a perfect circular thing going on, sorta? Maybe not really. Okay, well, I did for this frame. Thanks, Blender. So yeah, this was animated in 24 frames per second. On doubles, as the terminology calls for it, with a couple being singles here for the movement. And you can tell it was sketched with like the grease pencil because it has the rough lines going on. The kind of lines you can actually only achieve. You, for example, if you were to make a new frame. Oh god, I need to get this drawing tablet out, don't I? Yes, I do. Congratulations. You have a new tablet. Hopefully, it stays new. That's what we all hope. So, yeah, here it is. Yoink. Like that, if you make a smiley face. The pencil pressure actually gets translated because it's a drawing tablet thing. The harder you draw, just tails off. Whoa, 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 whoa. And look at that, that's a happy fella. That's some form of a hand right there. Yeah. Wow. Very great. Very nice. Okay. Undo that, and I can't undo further. Yay, but that's fine, because I can just... Yeah, so that's what I did with this. You know, people talk about industry standard animation programs. Blender is actually really cool because it allows you to do the animation you need, but also edit it because it's vector based. So like if you, for example, if you try to like trace a circle and you're just like that, you could just like do this, and with proportional editing, you can round out this circle. And wow, it's like you never messed up in the first place. And because it's Blender, you can do connected only. So you can only do certain strokes if you want, or you can turn that off. And you can just warp the whole thing. Woo, woo. So that's what I did here. It's kind of the frame by frame type thing, and then that definitely really helped, like, you know, aligning stuff that I need aligned. And for the final process too, I've moved it to Adobe Flash. This is where I actually do all of my final drawings, specifically for Jenny here, because I'm weird like that, I guess. I just want all the sharp lines, you know, to be present and everything, and it's like, you know, I could probably do it all in-house in Blender, but I just don't, because I still have an attachment to Flash. So, yeah, that's how that was made, and it's like only like a few seconds. I'm actually trying to animate a whole segment. I don't know. I'm much better at the actual lip sync part than I am actually trying to do frame by frame animation for more than a minute. So, but I'll make do. That's fine, I suppose. Checking in. Yep. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Yeah, I can really just go through some of these blend files because I do have experience in Blender. I have a lot more passion for audio, music. So, in terms of presentation, I'm kind of like really direct with this. With music, can be a little more in depth because I actually kind of know how to talk about that. But I digress. So what if I open myself? Huh. Who was that? Who was that? I can't believe it. He's a real peanut. Oh yeah, I have it on the frown. Yeah, so I have these controllers. So if I go over to his shape keys, he can actually be controlled. Okay, the teeth are a little weird though, because you have to kind of manually do that. Just right here, yeah. I really don't know if I properly did that. Granted, when he closes, you can still see his teeth, so I just hide it when his mouth is closed. Usually. Ooh! My mouth is closed! Oh no! Hell on earth! Yeah, I don't know. That's, yeah. This stream is going somewhere. I don't know where, but it's going somewhere. Not a whole lot further as I perhaps thought it would be, but well. Only so many people frankly give a shit when it comes to like certain things. Let's see. So yeah, the office. Oh yeah, that's right. I can probably show that. So I did a lot of post-processing, but this is Mr. Rick Funny's building. It's just a facade. Not a whole lot to it, but for that one shot, one of the recent Tell Funny things I added rain, which is a bunch of droplets just coming down, you know, in particle format, to kind of add to the cloudy weather here. Then I just did more color correction, I guess. Yeah, color correction after it was rendered. So yeah, it's you know, it's like the most basic in terms of like Blender stuff there is probably out there, but it's something, you know. I want to add something to the whole picture. Got hands here, got a bunch of random stuff here. Oh yeah. For anyone who remembers, Walt and Reggie, I was messing around with the concept of like how I could present Walt, because at first it was a PNG of Walter White. Then I messed around with the concept of like a 3D model Walter White, which was like modified from a sculpt someone made on Sketchfab. And this was that. But then I was like, it's a little, I don't know. I don't really know if that would be the right thing. It's a little strange. Jesse, we have to cook. I must make some for my boyfriend. My Reggie. Yo, what? Jesse's over here like... Okay, so... Yeah, this is more of a test, if anything. Just testing with the grease pencil trace option, which is why you can see it, like, render only on the camera view, so it looks really weird as you move the camera. You're just looking at him. Woo! Wow. Hey, buddy. Nice glasses. I feel nothing. Okay. Tap tap. What can I say here? What can I really say? There's just a bunch of stuff. Really, like, that's just been in development. That's really all I can say about it, without revealing too much. Like, I can definitely show you the redraws here. So, this is a funny story. So I use this method where if you render at a certain distance, the lines are actually consistent, and it's like a driver that manages that. Somewhere here. Somewhere here. It might be... here? Oh, modifiers probably. No? Damn, I'm lost. I know I have a driver here somewhere that manages the actual thickness of lines. It's kind of like something similar to what you get with Toon Boom Harmony, where you can have consistent lines. Or I think you can do that in Adobe Animate as well now. I wouldn't know because I don't really keep up on Adobe Animate anymore. I have a certain version that's like the sweet spot. It's like between Flash and Animate. Yeah, probably somewhere. I genuinely forgot where I put it. Maybe it's not in this, actually? That's a possibility. Yeah, oh yeah, screen space. Screen space, okay, never mind. Alright, so... yeah, so this is Chris. Now, all of these, a lot of these right here are actually retraces over original frames from a Family Guy episode. But this and forwards are all original, and you can probably tell that because it looks a little weird. It's like, we have this, and then we have... Oh my god. It's very sad. Yes. Yes, Chris, you're very sad. And that was made for version 3. Or, I guess, the bonus video presentation of version 3, which ended up becoming its own thing anyway. Oh, you can only stretch a meme so far before it becomes annoying to somebody. What's this right here? Oh yeah. One of these days, I might just actually get into a stream and just remake background art, because I figured out a way to randomize texture for these lines right here, which specifically are for the windows, or the what is it, that one part of the Griffin house that's barely seen. This automates the texture for that. The windows, little gates here. So one day, that'll be cool, perhaps. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, I love the descriptive nature of when these songs come on. Every time you see Desert 2 or Suburb 2 or whatever, it's all music from Goofy skateboarding. A really bad PC game from ages ago. I threw it in along with some MIDI music from The Incredible Machine, as well as some Hell Funny stuff, because I feel like those would be the least offenders of the YouTube copyright system, but what do I know? Maybe they'll copyright it somehow. They'll claim it and be like, hey, you're using this, you shouldn't use this. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. So, let's see. Now, before I switch over and make sure that this screen's working, I have to close it. I wonder if it messes up if I change the size. Oh, it does. That's actually really funny. Didn't know that. Alright. So that is the sound of, well, actually, no. I should start up something else. Here we are. Okay. Yep, there it is. Let's make sure it works now. Switch over to... I barely use this version of FL, actually. But I do have it tricked out to fit the theme of Hell Funny Network. That is like loud. Maybe. I do not know. Okay. Whatever, this will be fun for another time. I will open the normal FL I use, because I am used to that one more. Yes, okay. We are out here in, there we go. Alright. Here we are in the studio. The FL studio. Yes. Very, very FL. So, what do I do about this? I'll tell you what I did. I opened up an FLP. One of these, at least. What is this? What was I doing here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah! That's right, I was messing with, very, you know, very nice sounds here, very nice plugins. This probably didn't load. Yep, it didn't. Thanks. Stuff. What? SGM. Place in there. Baritone sax. Where are you at? I cannot find the sax. Oh no. Oh no, there it is. There we go. Yeah, that's all it was. It's like you have the baritone sax, because I was messing with this one day and a friend was like, that kind of sounds like the SGM baritone sax. Then I went ahead and went... Okay. So, FL. What is it? Well, it's Fruity Loop Studio. And I actually can go through some of the FLPs for some of the remixes on the remix album. Most notably, I can go ahead and open up the Glock and my Rari version 3 FLP, which I should have here somewhere. Very, very well named and not some bullshit at all. Okay, we have, yep, there it is, okay. I think I called it, did I really call it version 2? It's kind of confusing, because I have the original one, which I bet I can open, hold on. Oh, I'm not going to play all of that. I'm going to play a segment. But I know for a fact YouTube's like, I hear a split second of that, that is 679, because that is the instrumental for 679.
I'm sipping on you like some fine wine go. And when it's over, I press rewind go.
God, that was rough. Early voice conversion stuff was so rough. I talk about that more in the bonus video, but jeez.
Hey, 17 shots, Luke 38. Alright, I got a Glock in my Warren. 17 shots,
On
Luke
the
38.
terraces flowing, wonder when she'll be marching. Look past like pearls, early war, but she's out at the water for come. They got the soda. Ruby boys ain't watch for 5 minutes of slow brush.
Oh, you probably... I don't even know if any of you know this. Or you watching, whoever's watching knows this, but there was a full version of this. Made with Peter in mind at the time. But it's just the original vocals, like it wasn't any editing, and it wasn't Stewie initially, it was just Peter, like a bad version of Peter.
Tell me what you see. Is it money or is made? I smoke funny, smell the weed.
He ends up kind of almost sounding like a bootleg Chris. I don't know how. That's just how Sovitz was. It's really weird. But yeah. Also, hi. I just now looked at the chat. Yeah, it's for me. It's more like a correlation with the original vocals because of how direct they were in conversion and all that. Especially with Sovitz, it was very, very rough. It didn't really consider the actual accent of the character, so it just kind of made do.
This is one wonder when she'll be Martian. Look past like Paris really want.
Is this Bill? I think this is Bill from King Leon. My god, how far. We've traveled so far from this. You can barely understand what they're saying. It was a novel concept too. This was before like everything kind of blew up in like overusage for like artificial intelligence shit and all that. Like, and I get it, you know, it's a hot topic, I mean, machine learning and all that, but damn. What a time. This is the first one. Let's see, yeah. It's why I like the idea of voice conversion, because you still have to put work into it, to some degree especially. And that's kind of what I did with the, at least the second version. I actually recorded vocals for it, which they make me hella cringe here, but still, it's like a process. Oh, here they are. Wow. Speaking of. So I have the recording right here. That's the raw recording. Wonder if OBS is doing that weird thing that Discord does. It does not. Good. Yeah. Alright. So this here is the auto-tuned one.
Yeah, Stewie, tell me what you see. Is it money or it's me? I smoke 20, smell the weed. I got honeys in my V. They like Stewie.
You like Stewie? Can you be my favorite? God, that is, yeah. But that's a process, you know, it's as long as you have the input for it, makes it work. Version 2, not a whole bunch was really done. It was the same instrumental. I just added that piano part, which I made in Decent Sampler. Steinway Grand. Oh, what's a plugin? It is a plugin indeed. Now, just so I can like move on from this real quick, but like, yeah, when I found out about RVC and the fact that it did carry pronunciations much better than Sovitz did, I was like, yeah, that's great. I can do that for a newer version of this stupid little meme.
Look, baby girl, you're so damn fine, though. I'm trying to know if I can.
And even then, it's using the original for at least the first part here. So whenever you're using an acapella, especially one that's been processed already, you're gonna get like mispronunciations and all that. It's just bound to happen, especially if you don't use the cleanest source. And it's impossible to use the cleanest source if you don't have the source files for the vocals. So it's why whenever you go and search up those AI covers and you just see people kind of like slapping them on acapella, it's like, wow. You can kind of hear the reverb like peaking a little bit, and all that. OBS. Yeah, open broadcasting software. It's a free streaming software. Very useful. Allows me to set up really stupid stuff like this, me on the chair, and some other things. Yeah. Do forgive me if I'm a little delayed. The stream's delayed on my end. I don't know how bad the delay is, but that seems to be a network thing, so damn.
Benjamin's all in my pocket.
Benjamin's all in my pocket.
That's no
I'm like,
38.
yeah, she's fine. Wonder when she'll be mine. She walk past, I press rewind to see that ass one more time. And I got this sewed up. Family Guy, they know us. All fast money, no slow bucks.
So that, along with Stewie, was recorded specifically for this. You can tell because I said Family Guy in there. And for Stewie,
Smell the weed.
I could have like used the original lyrics, but I made him say homie instead of the original lyrics. Like, don't you homies play dumb?
All you see is Family Guy, you know my homies everywhere. If somebody got a problem, we can meet up anywhere.
Oh yeah, that voice is a little weird because you can kind of hear artifacts in the upper frequencies that kind of like tell you it's like, oh, there's definitely some weird voice conversion thing going on. But it's probably because I didn't really train it further. I only trained it for like 200 epochs, which is like, I really don't know how to properly reference that, like in layman's terms, I guess. It depends on the actual GPU. If memory serves correctly, I trained it on my own GPU, 1060, which for 200 takes maybe a couple hours or so, depending. Even then, I can't even monitor it because I don't even have like the TensorFlow UI to make sure it's good. At least on my own PC. I did before, when Google allowed RVC to be used on Collab. They don't do that anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have actually messed with this a lot. There's this one YouTuber who makes original rap songs using like RVC models of King of the Hill characters, Simpson characters, and they make these 3D animations that go with them. And if I could just remember what they were called. Point is, there's a lot of people experimenting with that. It's just that they don't get too much notoriety, and I can kind of get that because the AI cover like trend was just that. It was just a trend. A lot of people just wanted to try their hand at it and everything. And by basics, you know, it's like you just take an instrumental, you put the vocals over it, and you call it a day. Now, because of this, and because of how so many people have treated it as just a trend, there's not a whole lot of people actually messing with it like in a similar way to how that one guy does, or how like this is, where you actually put some mixing to it and, you know, you add your own little flair, which, you know, not to indirectly like toot my own horn here, but like for a while I was feeling that, which is the reason why I made these things, is because it's like it can be used for so much more than just a simple cover. And it is. As long as you're transparent with it, I don't think there's an inherent problem. you know? Because everything else that's done on this channel is like just actually done by me. The only like thing here with like voice stuff is the fact that I'm using RVC for like things like this and also projects too. In sort of a meta sense, but that'll be explained more when I actually get stuff out. As it is right now, it's like as a one-person team, the content creation grind is really slow, especially for actually decent stuff that I want to get out. That includes music too, like putting together the visuals for music and all that. I just point is though I view voice conversion as just part of an art form. Like you can use it in whatever thing you want, as long as you're not like too shady about it. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of ethics concerns around machine learning stuff, especially when it comes to cloning things and all that. But again, I've talked about it a little more in my actual bonus video, so I won't harp on that too long. But it's just a tool. Like, that's all I really see it as. Yeah. Yeah. So, that was that, and then, okay, just to kind of like wrap up the whole Rari thing, because I know I had to talk about it at some point, and I did in the bonus video already, but like, I figured I could still talk about it here. Version 2 was a proper remix, and if I were to theoretically just actually use the original vocals, like, it could be seen as just a normal remix. But I went ahead and, you know, and chose to, like, still keep the original, like, the Family Guy RVC stuff because I wanted to properly give it just a final send-off, I guess. If I really wanted to do something with the remix, I know I would have to, like, either record the vocals myself, find out a way to use the originals without getting in too much copyright trouble. Copyright as it is right now in like every space is really weird. Like, even if you justify it through like fair use. Let's see. So yeah, this is the project file for version 3, as I call it. I call it version 2 in FL because it's technically a version 2 to me. The originals, I clump the first two as like one version because I barely did anything with the instrumental. It's just the original instrumental. This one is, oh, wow. I have my guitar filters right here. I have my bass, got the piano going on, I got this funny little vocal chop there.
Look, Peter, you're so damn fine though. I'm trying to know if I can hit it from behind though.
So, that is, okay. This right here, and hold on, I'm just catching up with the chat. Yeah. You know, like with any tool that's out there, like, it'll always be misused. Like, I'll just put it like that, I guess. Like, there'll always be someone taking the shortest way possible and, you know, trying to be shady with it, being like, oh, I made this 100% without any editing. Like, the type of people that make like prompts like for AI art or something and they just call it a day. There are flows for editing stuff like that, and again, it's a hot topic. I'd personally rather not get into it because I'm more or less on the audio side of things when it comes to stuff like that. But I can get both sides, but it really is kind of sad that both sides are really at each other's throats, because it's like, no, you can't do this, it doesn't make you a real artist. Well, bottom line, as long as there's still some form of work, this is just what I think, as long as there's some form of work to put, even if you have to edit it a little bit, you know, actually do some adjustments and stuff, you know, then I'd say it's still justified to a degree. Like, that's the way I see it, especially when it's audio, like, you know, when you do mixing with the vocals and all that. That's just what makes it great in the end, you know. Kind of like how we've been doing things for a while, especially when we make raw recordings of vocals. Like, obviously you don't place raw vocals over a final song. You got to do like compression and all this other stuff, and you know, EQing to get it to sound right in the end. So as long as we're not diving towards that, trying to completely remove the process, we should be fine, which I think is one of the concerns. Some people think that, like, there are companies out there being like, we should cut corners. It's like, man, artists love the process. Anyways, enough about that. That's a whole can of worms. I'll be on like a top 10 list of top 10 YouTubers who are pro AI. They must be shut down. I'm sitting there like, I just want to make my stuff, man. Anyways, let's see. So this right here is the final version, as I was saying. I actually did record the vocals for Lois, but I kind of used the original a little bit because I couldn't get a certain pitch right. So I was like, I could kind of sneak that in a little bit, just as like a nod to the original. So you have like these re-records, and then you have like the OG, as I call it, the OG like voice conversion ones. Not the old ones, but like the RVC ones. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Benjamin's all in my pocket. I traded in my tools for some robbies. He playing Batman, Chris is gonna rob him. I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, no 38. I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, no 38.
I'm like, yeah, she's fine. One day when
she'll be mine. Yeah. I do have a Discord. I don't really have a Discord under How Funny. I planned that for a while. I planned like a Discord. The thing is, when it comes to like Discord servers, they can be a cesspool sometimes. So for a while I've been holding off on that, especially because like a lot of people came to this channel for the meme. So mostly it's just going to be people that's in it for the meme. I don't know how much they're going to be actually in it for the channel itself, but I've considered it. I think it'd be neat to try later on down the line. Let's see. That is true. History does have a tendency to do that. Okay. So, if you heard that distortion for a second, it's because I had distortion on Chris's vocals in the latter half of the song. So, whenever I try to solo it, all the automations are just kind of bunked. Because they think that they're on, because, you know, they're all controlled here. There we go, yeah, these control it. I have a distortion, I have an audio cabinet, and some EQing going on for that Chris part.
us, all fast money, no slow bucks. No one can control us.
I'm like, yeah, she's fine.
Wonder when she'll be mine. I have these guitars. These are the original patches, and I throw them through a filter of my own, like an actual one that I've developed and used for some rock stuff, to make them actually sound semi-decent. Then I go ahead and mix those. This right here, I believe. Yeah, it's 22. Just a little bit of mixing, not a whole bunch, because they're already pretty okay on their own. So, get this whole part. Drums right here. Those are my favorite drums to use, actually. Not even kidding. I remember seeing comments about the, hold on. Honestly, I wouldn't actually mind doing an anniversary edition because at least for the second half, I noticed a lot of people are like, man, I didn't expect that that one part to come in, like the rock part. I wouldn't mind doing a whole rock version at some point, but like with the actual guitar that I have, because I do have a guitar. I never really fully was a guitar player, like since at least a year ago. It's been like a year. So I didn't even know how to actually properly play around the time the meme was made. But since I've been getting more into the actual design of rock and stuff, I would love to tackle that sometime. Just for fun. Hey, you are watching the Hell Funny Network. Right here on Crack TV. I don't know where that came from. This part here. Oh yeah, this part was at the end of the Rari bonus. I wanted to make this an actual itself a little remix, but I never did. I just added it as a bonus. It samples the original right there. The 679 original. Because I feel like something could be done with that, but eh. Sus. Yeah, like, admittedly, I really do know audio more than I do other aspects, which, granted, I do have a history in video editing, so at least there's that. But I will say there's a reason why there's, like, slow progress on the channel, is because it's kind of like the first time I've had a channel really grow because of something, and I still do appreciate, like, you know, people actually coming by and being like, hey, look at this! But, you know, truth be told, I make art a lot of the times for either friends, myself, or just the sake of expression. I've always done that with previous aliases. It's just this one happened to be the one that was like, oh, all these people are, like, here because of a funny little meme you made. Thanks, YouTube. I appreciate that. I really do, though. That's not a joke. Thanks. Hmm. I have thought about that. Also, I will say, I do apologize if you can't understand what I'm saying sometimes because of the way that this webcam mic works, and I'm only using it truthfully because it's like it's supposed to be the Jimmy Carter peanut. That's the mic he uses. Every time it's being constantly denoised right now by OBS's like in-house feature, so there are some points where it's just like, oh, I can't really hear myself saying something if I say it under my breath. Yeah, that's just the filter going on. But no, yeah, soundtracks, that'd be fun to do, because I only have done that a little bit on this channel, especially with the Teenage Robot dub. The Christmas special was the first time I actually did scoring for like a video, like proper scoring at least, because I've tried that before, but not on like a level like that, where I tried to actually score a video. I can actually open that. It uses Labs. Oh no. Labs is gonna be like, I can't authenticate, I'm not gonna connect, I hate you. You will not be loaded. Thanks. Yeah. Honestly, I'm open to collaboration. I've always liked that idea of like finding another channel, maybe messaging somebody, doing something there, just so I can at least work with some good old talented people. That'd be nice. Some fellow creators. Here it is. That's just a mix. So of course, naturally, Jenny's voice is done through RVC. Make a joke about that within it too, where it's just like, well, why don't you use a normal actor for my parts? And then he derails the conversation by talking about Ohio, of course.
Well, you see, it all started when I lived in Ohio, and...
But why do you have to synthesize me? Why can't you just get a real voice actor for my parts?
It's that right there.
But why?
Damn it. There we go. So I'm putting the leitmotif from Teenage Robot in there. But it's supposed to be sort of like, I got these random little bits. I didn't know what to do with them. I kind of spread them around like these bits that just go like this. They're like, that got like cut off for some reason. It was weird. It's like a bootleg right there. This is from a sample pack I have, actually. The Sonic Foundry, the same one actually that Simpsons Hit and Run, if you've ever heard about that game. They use a sample library called Orchestral Series Volume 3 by Sonic Foundry. It's just a fun fact. Called... Oh. It was more... Well, I called it a special. It's not even like that long, but it's about the length of this right here, which is like 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Maybe a little more, including credits, I guess. Damn. Christmas stuff. It's not even Christmas. Kris Kringle's not even here, man. Oh yeah. I guess you can describe my channel's logo as that. Like if you ever seen the banner, there's like a mysterious figure. We'll call him Jeff for now. He's kind of like the your typical manager of a television network studio type thing. That's the idea, at least. Oh, without getting too meta about it. Labs. What did I... Oh. Take a... Oh, here it is. That's what I used it for. Some kind of loop. This loop was everywhere in the soundtrack for that series. I'm going to say right now, this is the loop ever in My Life as a Teenage Robot. It's just this. That's all it is. It's used a lot. Yeah, I need to get back into doing bumper stuff, because I miss doing the little promos. Like, there's not a whole bunch of them, but they were very stylized. They're like, next week on Hell Funny, the Jimmy Carter peanut trips over a bucket and dies. Oh no. Stay tuned. That'd be a concept right there. Let's see, I do appreciate you being here, by the way. Muffin McGuffin. Before there wasn't a lot of people, or wasn't anybody talking, but, you know. Cool stuff all around, as they say. What else can I do here? I was thinking of making something live, but I do not know if I will have the energy for that. I, however, can open something. Oh! I will, you know what? Actually, I will play the unused special I was working on that had that featured Frosty the Snowman. I was going to do that instead of the special, but I ended up scrapping it for some reason or another. December. Oh, this is way back in December. When I say way back, December 2023 was around the time I did the special. I think I ended up doing that. This was entirely scrapped, and this was just a bit. That's all I'm gonna say. It is. It's just a bit. It's. I might save this ending part for a future upload, but I will play this part at least.
Look at that. It's a Hell Funny Christmas special. What horrors await us today?
Happy birthday. It's me, Frosty. I came back. I'm back for good. Why, if it isn't my best friend in the whole wide world, Cameron. How you doing, Karen? It's been a while. I'm alive again, you know.
Frosty, where the fuck have you been?
Well, you see,
It's been so long. You know, I actually have been crying for you for all these years. You know that? Because I remember that you melted. I saw you melt from my eyes.
I'm sorry, Shouldn't you be happy that I'm back?
No, that's not the point, Frosty. The point is, I've mourned your death, and you're just here. You're just here. It's like a miracle. What is up with that?
I just thought it would be fun to come back. I mean, what's going on?
Do you want to know what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. We're in a festive holiday loop, Frosty. We're in a loop, and we can't escape. And I've tried so many times to escape, but I just can't. You've got to help us, Frosty. You just got to help us, please.
Sorry, I left a meatloaf in my oven. It was my birthday, and I made myself a meatloaf. Time to go. Happy holidays,
oh my God,
everyone.
Why is this happening?
Hey everybody, Peter Griffin here. I just wanted to take a moment to sit down with you guys and thank you from the bottom of my heart and my fart for watching this video when all the other hellish content that can be found on this channel. You know, what's actually kind of funny, I mean, it almost seems like sometimes this kind of content is just looked down upon by a lot of people in the creative space. But you know what? You know what I think? I think it's okay. Because, at the very least, I'm not selling you an NFT. And also, I mean, all these stupid edits and stuff are just done for fun. At least, that's my case. So yeah, anyway, hope you have a good holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever kind of thing you believe in. So yeah, that's that. See you next year.
I wonder if YouTube's gonna copyright that background music because I played it. Oh no. Yeah. Peter Griffin here. I don't know if I was a little too preachy at the end there, so that's why I kind of like was hung up about this whole bit. I never really got it out, but well, it's out now. It's out here on this live stream. It is public, and people will know about it. And that's just fantastic. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't mind actually watching that for some inspiration. I've been meaning to actually make some shorts. I know that recently a lot of people have been talking about shorts in general. It's like, oh, it's being overrun by certain types of media, which I get, you know. AI-generated content kind of runs wild, and I can get why something like that can, like, flood the space of shorts, but whatever, you know, as long... making shorts. I just started doing that, actually, with the upcoming stuff I've been working on. I'm probably going to continue doing that. That's the idea. Okay. Yeah, for movie ideas, I have actually thought about what I could do for a proper movie that introduces, Rick Funny as a character. That's actually a real thing I was going to work on, but I haven't gotten really further with it quite yet. Because I've still been practicing the skills here, trying to get like a better groove at animating and doing all this other stuff, you know, compositing. Okay, and doing all this other stuff, you know. Oh man. I'm still monitoring the delay on the stream. I really don't know how bad it is. Sometimes. Okay. What was I doing here? Oh, I don't think I... Did I? Oh, yeah, that's right. A certain chemistry teacher and a mouse. That's what this is. It's actually, I think that's going to be used. If I work on it a little more, it's going to be used in the upcoming thing I'm working on. Yeah, so I don't know if you've gone and watched that, the Walt and Reggie special I made. It was a special I made about a year or so ago now. The concept is supposed to be like, it's ridiculous, where like you pit this, you have this character from a serious, like, grounded series like Breaking Bad, you have Walter White, and you mash him together with what is genuinely like like a not safe for work what is it, character named Reggie the Mouse. I'm certain Reggie is familiar to at least most people because he's been memed around, especially back in 2018. But when I made that special, I wanted to just make a thing where it's like, oh, so they're randomly together. What? How did this happen? What's going on? And just make it just unneedlessly dramatic, just kind of as the joke. And I feel a little different about it nowadays because as I go on, you know, I actually am trying to make certain sense of things I've made, even like a year ago. I want to make them all still exist in the same place without going straying too far. Okay, so that's the theme for that. What to do? That is the question. Indeed. Modified. That's right! Okay. We got... Oh no, we have this. Okay. This is... Oh, that is EQ. We don't talk about EQ. Okay, we do. I swear, OTT, if you're taking up the entire screen, that is not good. Also, I did just realize the delay on my end is really... It's pretty bad. I'm just, like, as I'm speaking right now, I'm just seeing your comments about the Frosty stuff. I don't know if that's a delay, that probably is the delay thing, but whatever. Point is, here is Pretty Rave Girl. Now this is one of those things that classifies itself as a remix, at least for the latter half here. For the most part, though, it is just a mashup, and it's using Peter Griffin and Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony. Yep. That's my favorite type of... That's my favorite type of genre. Randomly placing two characters together. It's like the Twilight and the Mordecai. Airplanes in the night sky, shooting stars. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was actually, for the comment about the video games, I was actually thinking about doing TF2 on this. The Team Fortress 2 on Hell Funny, but probably not today. At least, yeah, not today. Because I mainly wanted to try out the stream just to see how it's going. And it seems to be handling fair, but, you know, I'll go forward from there after it's all said and done. Okay. Turn this down a little bit. For God's sakes, Peter.
I know this pretty weeb girl. I know this pretty weeb girl, always think about her when she says hi to me. Butterflies go right through me, and when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance in getting a little closer and maybe get to know her. I know this pretty weeb girl, always think about her when she says hi to me. Butterflies go right through me, and when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance in getting a little closer.
I know this pretty rave boy, always think about him, and when he says hi to me, butterflies go right through me, and when I see him dancing, wanna take a chance and standing up right beside him and maybe get to know him. I know this pretty rave boy, always think about him, and when he says hi to me, butterflies go right through me, and when I see him dancing, wanna take a chance and standing up right beside him and maybe get to know him. I know this pretty rave boy, rave boy, rave boy, rave boy, rave boy.
I know this pretty rave boy.
I know this pretty weeb girl.
I know this pretty rave boy, rave boy, rave boy, rave boy.
Also, just now seeing this comment, yeah, I do kind of agree with that about the overproduced stuff. At least with the Walt and Reggie stuff. It really is like the longest thing I think I've actually worked on when it comes to a silly concept. My biggest project after that would be this one Urban Legends thing I worked on. But that's on a separate channel for a separate day. Oh boy. But yeah, it was fun to work on. Also, that's an idea, actually, like... Hell Funny VR Chat Gaming. What? What are you going to do? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to go and find the elusive Rick Funny. Oh, he's right behind me. Oh no.
You bastard! What are you trying to do? You trying to take my channel? I swear to God. If you do that, I'm gonna throw peanut butter at you. Bastard!
Oh no, Rick Funny, don't curse. If you do, it's bad. It's gonna be bad for the channel.
I don't care. I'm Rick Funny. I'm half funny.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Man. That actually sounds... Wow. Okay. I might just keep that up here. I'll mute it, though. I'll just make sure that actual thing is going on here. Okay.
I know this pretty weeb girl.
I know this pretty rave boy, rave boy, rave boy.
I know this pretty weeb girl.
I know this pretty rave boy, rave boy, rave boy.
I know this pretty weeb girl. Always think about her when she says hi to me. Butterflies go right through me. I'm when I see her dancing. Wanna take a chance and get a little closer and maybe
Yeah. Dang.
What?
This is right. This is new. It's extended.
I know this pretty weird girl, always think about her. When she says hi to me, butterfly go right through me. And when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance and getting a little closer and maybe get to know her.
Is that embarrassing, Blair? That ever happened to you? You're sitting there, you're watching an animated film, and you suddenly find yourself attracted to the animated figure.
Well, well, well. What can I say? I don't know. Yeah, that's that. It's gonna be highlight for somebody. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. Squeeze free stuff. That's oh. All right. So it seems. Oh yeah, here we go. I can open this. So now a lot of people have controversial opinions about Steven Universe. However, I actually gave it a watch not too long ago, and after avoiding it, I think for years now since it came out, and I don't hate it. And there are definitely some characters that are really interesting. They speak to me on such a level that I wanted to make this. And this is using let's see, this is using it's a model I trained personally. It was for the it was from one of the Steven Universe games that's not available anymore, of course. Very sad. But I applied Peridot's voice onto the vocals here. And this original project was actually, it's older than Hell Funny is. I'm talking like this was made in 2020. Started in 2020, just about. So old in a sense where it does predate Hell Funny, but I digress. I will say, I am in my, mid-20s here, essentially. I started making music actually around when I was 13, 14. So that's a while ago. That's a while ago. But I've been building up on that for years, I suppose. This right here will be animated one day. One day. It will be animated, because I'm trying to study the animation for Steven Universe just so I can do that. Can I... Oh, one of the filters is acting up. Ooh.
I listening. Hear me talk. Hear me sing. I listening.
Huh, man. It do be a process. So that is... Okay. If I go ahead, can open up this. No? What can I show here? Oh, I guess there was that TF2 one. That one was started in 2021. And it doesn't use RBC. It actually is a proper normal remix, I suppose, and normal in the sense of where it doesn't use RBC, but you know, that could be changed as a definition in the future if we all try, perhaps. It uses heavy audio from what was it, Poker Night at the Inventory. That's right. And it just goes off of there.
The wrench is stuck in his throat, and it sounds like whoa, whoa, whoa. And it sounds like. The wrench is stuck in his throat, and it sounds like whoa, whoa,
I'm not joking when I say this. That is the Citrus harpsichord. It's modified, but it's the harpsichord from Citrus. I just love its sound. Yes. Take the effects off of there here. That's what it sounds like when it's raw. Thanks, Heavy. Okay. that was like that was the heavy song. The heavy song ever. Charge me, doctor. It is heavy. Modified. Oh, this right here. Yeah, also that was me messing around with the keys. I don't play naturally, like on an actual keyboard. I don't have a MIDI keyboard. But I've used my actual keyboard to play, because you can do that. I learned it as more of a trick from someone else who produced a certain type of music. They would always just like jam out on their keyboard. Their actual like computer keyboard, so it's like they knew their way around it. You know, I'll give them that. Also, that is my... Ooh, that's my voice going through that. Damn. You don't want feedback. This right here, I think I played this for, what you call it? I played it for the ending of the Minisode, the Peanut Minisode, where it zooms out, it shows the credits, it like shows like Rick, and it shows Jenny, and then it's like, ooh, roll credits, and then it just plays like this, essentially, like this is that. This started as this. This was originally a song that was inspired by 1/2 of 100 gex, actually. Actually, you will come to find that a lot of my work does have inspiration from 100 gex. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, but that's just how it is. That's what this started as, is sort of a Laura Less type thing. So this never got shown because I kind of ended it like around here in the actual thing, but this does have a drop. So that's a fun fact. I do appreciate the compliment though. I really have been trying to build up skills as a techno something experimental, or I don't even know what you would call this genre. It's kind of hardcore, it's kind of techno, it's techcore. No. Let's see. Yeah. Everything related to Health Funny. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm just struggling to find what I could really show. Aside from what I've shown before, I've pretty much shown the big ones at this point, I guess. Chord strobe. Yeah, there was that. That's different. That is just, that is also different. Citrus chord. What was that again? What was this? Oh! Yeah. This. I've meant to upload this for years now. couple of years, at least, few years. But it wasn't going to be a Hell Funny thing. But yeah, I remember this was a... Yeah, that's gonna be probably a future song on my main alias. Which I've already stated that before publicly through the album, that my main alias is M95, because I list producer credits for the actual album itself. You know, speaking out of character here. I've been speaking out of character for a while. Granted, I'm supposed to be the Peanut. No. Yeah, that'll be a future thing, probably. Probably. Dang. There's a lot of goofy stuff here. Just a lot. Makes me wonder. The Jimmy Carter Peanut. That'd be funny if I had a MySpace. I don't know what I'd do with it. Last I heard, MySpace isn't doing so well. Or at least it wasn't. Ever since they lost everything from 2013 and below. Due to it was a merge incident that happened. It's like all the data on the servers just went bunk. At least from what I've heard. They're probably in better hands now, but who knows? I don't know. I don't keep on track of MySpace. Okay. What can I say here? What can I open? Just about. He is the Jimmy Carter Peanut. It's kind of like the pseudo face of Hell Funny. I say that because it's like when you look at the channel, you don't really see the Peanut anywhere, but you know he's there. He's right here on Hell Funny. I might. No, I'll save that for another day. There was an old bit I made for an interview thing. It was like an interview between Rick Funny and Gilbert Garfield. And if you've never heard of that, that must be so confusing to hear. But it's this channel, Ferrone Productions, that made Gilbert Garfield. It was like a weird alternate universe thing where it was Garfield voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. And it was the whole bit was this guy who apparently had like history in working with Adult Swim. He goes ahead and he just makes like a Gilbert Gottfried impression. He's like,
"In that fridge, I once had a giant coin, and I called it my giant coin."
Just some really stupid stuff like that. But the whole bit is like it's him voicing Garfield. It's like a version of Garfield that's Gilbert Gottfried. And that channel, that's a whole channel in itself. I recommend seeing that if you haven't. Farone Productions, it's real. Farone, F-A-R-A-O-N-E Productions. I think the whole ARG thing they were doing is over, but still a good channel. One day if I actually do a video essay on Hell Funny, that's a concept. Hell Funny video essay. What? We're being realistic now? It's like, yeah. We're being realistic now. No, but I do want to talk about that at some point, like point out things like Farone Productions and all the other, like, even Monument Mythos kind of used some stuff. Okay, I don't know about audio, like synthesized or voice conversion audio. I know they used images, but they did it in an artistic way that not a lot of people really talk about, so one day, that'll be a thing. Perhaps. Dude, it's actually really funny. I've been rewatching Phineas and Ferb recently. I can't for the life. I could probably try for a Doofenshmirtz impression, but it usually falls on his face a little bit. Yeah. Incorporate that guy in the Hell Funny verse for some reason.
The Glock in my Rari-inator.
It's like, what does that do? What? What's that supposed to do? What? I see. I don't know. Okay. It's this right here. Oh, I hope this doesn't get copyright claimed. This is like just another simple little remix where you put a drum track over it, add a little samples, and honestly, I could have rendered this out as background music for the stream, like if I was not doing music right now, but I genuinely don't know if it's going to be caught on the copyright detection. It might. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Somebody once told me that May 5th. Okay, that's weird. There is, like... I have been... what was it? I've been messing with, Teardown experimentation. It's a game. Teardown is a voxel-based game. It's a 3D game that's all based on destruction. But you can also make stuff in it, and it's got beautiful graphics. Now, my 1060 can only show so much, but it's a good game for setting up like environments and all that, and I've really thought about using it for a future thing for Hell Funny because you're working with voxels, you don't work with too much, and you still get to make an environment that you want. The only problem is it's going to be, the trade-off is it's all voxels. So if you want to be consistent with the art style, you know, it's it's a bit of a thinker. Makes you think. But I have a couple projects made in that, because I actually do have the Five Guys location that was featured in Walt and Reggie. Or made, sort of, inside Teardown. I say sort of because it's not complete. But that could be something. Hold on. I'll go ahead and switch over to me. It is I, the Jimmy Carter peanut statue. The environments for future, just anything, any projects, you know, like a series that I want to work on. Granted, the whole thing about Hell Funny and its series, which I can go ahead and actually have a reason to switch to this now. The whole thing about Hell Funny and its series right here is that they're all totally real, they totally exist, and they're not at all a facade. But, I don't know, I'll leave that to discussion on, what would you call theories or something. That also, that's another concept. Some person out there trying to theorize Hell Funny stuff, which I don't know if that'll ever happen, but that really sounds like a funny concept. It's like, why did he use Reggie, this anthropomorphic mouse, as a partner for Walter White from Breaking Bad? There has to be a reason for this, so let's dive in. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you, dog. I really don't know. It's done in fun. Done in full fun. Whatever the hell that means. Okay. Here we are. I found it. You probably heard the music. If I go over to screen, Blender, Teardown, it's gonna be really small. Okay. This kind of works. Uh-oh. Not really. It's showing like... Oh no. Hold on. I love it when screens break. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There we go. I'll keep that like that. I'll leave the gaming to this window. Yeah. Okay. I may not be able to show this here. How to stream? I don't how to stream. Okay. Yeah. Damn. Well, let's move it back to to me over here. Gaming, yeah, that's not gonna work out. It's unfortunate. Maybe I'll make a video now. Okay, so we have here FL Studio, as always. Yep. Yeah. You know what? I'll switch up gears here. I'll go ahead and here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I was testing the delay there. Excuse that. Switch over to Blender. There we go. Boom. We are here in Blender. The comfort zone Blender. Okay. Xbox. You know, the last time I played a console was a PlayStation, not even joking. It was PlayStation 4, but the Blu-ray drive broke, so I couldn't update it. It was like, you have to have a functioning Blu-ray drive in order to update. Really now? And I guess that's how that is. Something like that. Yeah. The key is to making the L's kind of look like they're holes here. Little indents. Hello, Jimmy. It is I, the Peanut. I might actually go ahead, open Flash. Because I haven't opened Flash on here yet. There we go. There's that really rough sketch. That really rough sketch on my Huion tablet that probably costed $30. I actually don't remember. Don't ask me. I'm playing piano. Yeah, so the Peanut has hands, but they're only shown when it's like funny. So I guess in true Hello Funny fashion, it'd probably be like this. Piano. Yeah, very, very accurate piano, by the way. It's a bra themed piano. There you go. Very detailed. I know I'm like kind of I'm making this more of a joke, but whatever. He'd probably reach his peanut hands and be like, time to play on the piano. Then he raises a thumbs up. It's like, yeah, that's me playing on piano, and that thumb looks horrible. But the piano looks horrible too, so that's the balance. There we go. Something like that. That's fine. This is nuts. Okay. I'll call that, Peanut Piano. So it's not completely lost. Maybe that could be ironed out. Maybe that's like a rough sketch. Yeah. I love it when streams have delays. very functional streams. I think I can move to Flash here, if Flash will allow me. Flash will be like, what are you doing? I call it Flash. When it's supposed to be Adobe Animate, that's okay. Okay, wow. That mic is pretty bad. You know what? Just for the sake of the test stream, because I'll probably save this mic for actual funny little peanut streams in the future. For the sake of clarity, I'm gonna change this mic because I'm sick and tired of this funny little mic in my AC unit causing funny little noises. Yes. Okay. How do I sound now? Let's find out. Okay, I'm hoping it's not too bad. Whatever. I'm the Peanut, and I am in high quality. How is this possible? Don't ask me. Okay, now I can actually properly assess my discussions here. So if I go over, I swear, if I go over to projects, also, before I forget, there we go. I gotta have music for this. Quiet music. Animation, Flash, projects. Here we are. HF. Finally! Okay, so I can actually go ahead, switch to myself real quick as I change this. Alright! Transition, here we are. So this is the Rick segment from Minisode 1 at the end. This is how I do the animation there. I actually manually, and this might sound torturous to some people, but I manually do voice, like, lip sync. I just prefer to do that because I like listening to the sounds, making sure it's matching.
This phone is gonna be dead the next time he's called to action.
That's the Rick voice without any filters. Because I give him a filter whenever he speaks.
Because his phone is gonna be dead the next time he's called to action. Well, supposedly not. According to Jeff, it's just a temporary jab, essentially. Like a jab to the stomach type thing. Which still sucks because, I wouldn't want to be jabbed in the stomach personally. Not that you know of.
Yep. That's all that was. He moved a couple times and that's about it. That's all there is. Thank you. Thank you, Adobe Animate, for streaming all of that as I'm scrolling through. I really appreciate. Yeah, my workflow is kind of weird because I use Adobe for lip syncing, and then I render it out, and you can see the green screen. For that reason, I use a green screen on Adobe Premiere, so I can line it up with his dialogue. And yeah, it's not like honestly, it would be nice to do everything in house in like Blender, but it's more of like a comfortability thing. Like I'm not really quite comfortable to do that at this moment, but I also do want an excuse to use Adobe Flash still, because Flash is awesome. You know, backbone of so many web series, especially back in the day. Specifically talking about Newgrounds when I say that, by the way. Newgrounds? Yes. New Year image. Oh, yeah! Okay, wait, I might be able to... This was from the New Year's. Okay, so this is what the sketch looked like for the New Year's image. That's good Christ. That's supposed to be Gene. Okay. So yeah, as you can probably tell, this was made in MS Paint. I sketch a lot of things in MS Paint, especially starters, like starters for concepts and all that. So the sketch right here, I only have Rick and these guys. Everyone else is an image that I could just place in, so I didn't need to produce them, so to speak, in Animate. But I do have my South Park guys, my little East Park guys. They have, it's a custom little rig thing going on. You got the mouth texture and everything. There, he's worried now. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? That's stupid. Okay. That's just for that. There's not a whole lot going on there except for like 4 characters tops. Here's where the real stuff comes in. Or I say real stuff, but complicated stuff is what I mean. Cove. Drawn thing. I don't know what that was. I swear. I don't know what that was. Oh, this is for the update. Yeah, vectorized photos of Jenny for that one update. It's the one... It's funnily enough, it doesn't even have that many views, at least last I checked. But I made like an upload where it's like, oh, it's a live stream intrusion, and the whole joke is the Jimmy Peanut's like, hey, I'm intruding on the live stream. I'm here. Things have been happening, and then he gets interrupted. And you see Rick Funny, like, it zooms out of an old television. You see Rick Funny, and he's like with Jenny, and this is where that's from. And I will admit, like, a lot of these are vectorizations of existing frames from the show. The mouths animated as close as I can get them to the original. But yeah, everything's done in Flash when it comes to that. It's like Adult Swim, but slightly more like effortful with the animation part. I say that because, like, you know that type of thing that Adult Swim does where it's like they reuse animation? It's kind of like that, but just an extra step, as in, like, for parts like this, it's like clean vectors, or at least I'm trying to make it like that. That's my whole point. Yeah, it's a good series. My Life Teenage Robot, I recommend watching it. Let's see. There's not a whole lot. Let's see about that. Oh, there's that. Wow. These are pixelated sprites right here. It's anyone's guess as what they're for. What they can be for. The future here. Probably going to be exported eventually, who knows. Script and voice. That would be cool. My only issue when it comes to like the whole process of like making these things is just actually doing them. Like it's one of those things where as long as I have something to work with, like I can actually just go off on it, you know. And I do find time to actually make the proper as they would say structures, bases for the video, like a rough draft. And I do have actually a rough draft for the new thing I'm going to upload for Jamie's Awesome Show. It was a one-off series I made as a joke that was supposed to be a meta episode because you have this text-to-speech character going around to this to the Five Guys location that's in Walton Reggie, and he's trying to get a burger, and of course he pisses the guy off and he shoots him, and that's the end of it. And it was made as more like just a meta joke about how funny in general, but I want to kind of keep adding on top of that idea, because this next episode is going to be the same thing, where it's like, Jamie's Awesome Show, #2, except he's going to try to interact more with, like, the characters, I guess, in the universe. I have a whole document for this, like, of what I'm trying to tell as a story, but, geez, it would take, like, hours to really understand that at some point. I can show some of it. I can at least show the animated parts I have done, perhaps. Like, I have thought about that though, trying to get a team together. It's mainly just been me because, you know, personal project and all that. I have had friends in the past who've helped me, and I still have a couple friends too that I can actually just talk with if I really want to do some collaboration, and I have talked about that idea with them before. We just haven't found the time to go through with that. But, and most of the other people I used to talk with, especially during the Walton Reggie era, I call it, of this channel, where there's just a lot of stuff being done at the time, those people are gone. They're not here anymore. For one reason or another, and I will never fully understand that. I mean, I understand some of it, but it's... That's just personal business. Today, we're talking about this effects I made in Adobe Flash. It's like it's a blast off. This is the blast off effects for when Jenny blasted off in that Minisode. You just kind of add like a... what's it called? Luma key. And, yeah, go from there. It was done by frame, of course. I studied the, as reference, a scene from My Life as a Teenage Robot to see how the stars kind of flow. So it's very Flash-like. It's very, like, it's not, like, clean lines over here. It's just very Flash-like right there. But it works. It does the job. Okay. Yeah, it honestly, I don't know what it is, but there's always like a thing, especially if you're creative, you've like worked on stuff and all that, you've started stuff at a certain point in time. Sometimes it just doesn't really hit in the moment. Like, at least for me when it comes to certain things, like ideas I've had in the past, like I tried starting something and then ended up not finishing it. Years later, like a few years later, I'd come back to it and be like, why didn't I finish this? I need to. I need to get back to it. For me, it's been like that for a lot of things. But I guess it depends on what the situation is, I suppose, for the person. Like, without getting too much into detail with it, like, I've had some pretty rough shit happen past year. And that definitely rocked my foundation for, like, continuing work on the channel. And I'm still gonna work on it, you know? And I've been slowly getting it back. But, yeah. Gotta keep that motivation going. I want to be able to release things for people to hear. So let's see here. Make date modified. So that is for the East Park segment. Okay, so I can go ahead and actually switch over here. Hello again. Whoa, I'm in the chair. Okay. But go ahead and... Oh, I love how descriptive this is. Whenever you paste an image in Adobe Flash, it's like, if it's copied, it's just called bitmap. Very descriptive. And when you forget to describe it, that's on you. So it is on me, but oh well. What was this? Oh, I did that. I see. I opened up Simpsons Hit and Run mod launcher accidentally. Oops. I need to stop pressing taskbar icons sometimes. I do that. It's kind of funny when it happens, but like in the end it's like, damn. I'm actually gonna copy that. Oh no. This is Flash we're talking about. What am I thinking? Okay. An X right there. There we go. Cool. Alright, yeah. Time to find out. Hit and Run is really fun. It is. I'll go ahead and play that little preview I talked about, and I might go do that. I'll go and close Blender for now. This is a test stream. There's no, like, actual direction I'm supposed to be going here. Two friends. Sneak. Okay. Two. Ooh, hold on. Yes, that's right, Swivel. If you've ever worked in Flash before, there is a program called Swivel that's old now.
Swivel.
There it is. It allows for converting animation files to MP4s pretty easily. And I use it a lot, especially if I'm working with Flash. Yeah, Simpsons is fun though. Hit and Run is a genuine favorite of mine. It's a reason why Simpson House exists. That's one of the series on this channel. But anyways, continuing, I'm gonna input my animation file. Go to, I know you're not really seeing anything because I have it, I just have it on here. Here, let's switch to here. We're talking about King of Spears. Or Spheres. King of the Spheres, yes. And Minisodes. These posters keep going by faster than I can think. No, that's good. Yeah, no, Simpson House is a real thing. It's on one of the concepts. Was it the Rare Concepts video that I made? That the Rare Concepts video discusses. It brings up East Park. Well, I called it North Park at the time, but there's already a North Park in existence, so I had to change it to East Park. That's like, I don't want to have to figure out that right there. So, I just want to do my own series stuff. So, even though it's based on South Park. Animation. Here we are. So, go ahead. Did I already... I think I already exported this. Probably did. Oh, no I didn't. Okay. Assets, Yep, okay, I'm gonna go convert that real quick. Do. Oh, I love this MIDI right here. It's so goofy. I don't know what. It's really simple. It's goofy. I know someone out there would probably think, is this Baldy related?
No, you don't get a quarter. We're thinking about that one.
Okay, music down again. It'll be a moment. I have to render out this animation segment again because something went wrong. Oh, something always goes wrong. Open this. I'll have to save that. Okay. That's a process. Process and a half right there. I know it's like... Well, actually, I'm in the discussion page, but I can do this. Oh! There we go. Or I can do BRB for the thing. I'm not actually AFK. So I'll actually do that when I need to actually be AFK. The most obvious thing to do. You're about to hear a sound here soon, indicating the render has completed. Oh, there it is. Now I gotta open Premiere. Make sure that the window's on the right window here. I appreciate you sticking around. Yeah, YouTube's been like giving me weird numbers. It's like there's one, like I know there's you in the chat, but there's like another, or at least supposedly there's another, I don't know. YouTube's a little weird when it comes to tracking that. I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay. Oh, that's right. I have to... Duh. I have to replace it. Don't want a broken... render going on here. If you really want to add me, it's I'm just M95, like just the letter M and then 95. I don't know how Discord allowed me that, because it's like a three-letter username, but yeah. I just have to know who's adding, and that's fine. Because by default, I don't really accept requests, but if this is like a specific thing, if you just want to add me, I'm fine with that. As long as I'm aware about what's going on, if you're sending it. Okay, where... Animation. Yes. That's where it's at. Yeah, I actually am an early user. I've been on the platform since 20... I have to check. Oh my god. Well, okay, Discord. Okay, 2016 had to have been. Discord was. Wait, no, Discord was 20. It was a year after Discord was introduced. I know that much. I'll say that. Yeah, I had this VR chat username that was kind of funny. It's granted, I got comments about it because of how simple it was. All it was like burger_Bob. It's not even that anymore because I think I changed it to something else, but it's something so simple you think that it would just be taken by now. But for whatever reason, it wasn't taken. Okay, East Park. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna stop the music real quick. So, at most I can really just show 2 little segments. And even then, I don't even have... Well, actually, no, I do. Never mind. Well, I don't have the sound done for one of them. But for the other, I pretty much have it finished. So I will go ahead and get that played here. So there's not a whole lot of context I can really say without spoiling much. But I will say, let's see, I will say, and this is not, no, this is not hit and run, this is the rough draft I was talking about earlier. And I'll just play it. Like, again, I'm gonna work on it more, but there's 2 segments. There's one where this Jamie guy, he goes to Blockland. That's where one of the series I'm gonna make takes place. And one where he visits East Park, the South Park type guys. And that's all this is. Here, let me just...
Now time to check in on that funny Blockland Dutch bag I've heard so much about. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I thought this was the trailer for Pansy McCree. I guess I was misinformed. I'm going to, leave now.
There's supposed to be a sound there. I'll have it get out. Here we go.
That was some freaky
Now, this
deaky
is
shit.
kind of-
Hopefully
this
I
is a
get
little
this one
specific,
right.
so we'll see here.
Knock knock.
Please go away.
It's me, Jamie.
Who?
The local Duchess of Bags.
I don't know who you are. I'm kind of busy right now.
Are you Dutch Bags there?
Of course I'm here. I just answered your
What the fuck?
Can I just ask a few questions?
No, I'm gonna stop you right there. I will not answer any questions. I'm in the middle of something right here, okay?
Fine. Jesus Christ, don't get herpes from all that lip. Fucking tool Dutch Bags.
Hey, you knocked on my door. Whatever. Weird ass purple guy.
There's probably going to be a gag here I'm going to put, but yeah. So, East Park. This character, he's supposed to be an artist. And within the universe, there's some funny little things going on here. I'll leave that up to viewer interpretation right now. Because there's only so much I can really tell here. But, as you can see, I have like the whole thing pretty much here. It's about 10 minutes. I have the credits already done. Which the credits, you know, they're pretty simple. Jamie's Awesome Show. He has a new theme song now. The old one used to be just a MIDI. A broken MIDI. This one is just...
Hey Dutch Bags, it's me Jamie. Welcome to my awesome show.
To be continued. To be continued. Ha ha ha. Okay. Yeah. So, transition, there we go. So for some context, the stuff that I want to make, I'm at this point where if I'm going to work on something original, it's probably not going to be on here because of how tied to the Rari meme this channel is, first of all. Second of all, like, the whole concept that I wanted to make for this channel is the fact that it is a series to a degree. There is stuff happening. And it's, in a sense, its own little world, but it still is a world that's based off of amalgamations of existing media. The closest to original, I think, probably would likely be the Peanut, maybe, and that's stretching it, because the Peanut's already based on a real-life statue. Granted, I don't think anyone before me has personified him. I've seen a Roblox gamer. Apparently someone said they were reminded of this guy who constantly wears this peanut head. That's just the Peanut statue head from the original statue. And he just goes around on playing Roblox or something like that. I wasn't even aware of this guy. But But yeah, as that one guy says in BoJack Horseman, I'm not making Casablanca here. Is it because I'm not making Casablanca? Yes. the joke being it's literal. But, no, for real, like, it's still fun to work on. And, again, one day, if I do have an actual series, you definitely won't find it on here. Oh, that's my... I don't know if you heard that. That's my notification sound. It's the flip note. The flip note sound from the DSi era. I'm so used to it being my notification sound that it doesn't even faze me anymore. Okay. You know what? Here. I'm going to switch to hit and run. Let's do... Yes. Disable. Yes. Yes. Disable. Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens if we, try to do this here. Can I do this here? Can I do this? I might be able to. I can. Oh wow. Okay. This ain't my hit and run. Oh no. Yeah, so I'm playing Randomizer. So Randomizer randomizes everything as it does. Except for Barney, apparently. Jesus. You go and burp somewhere else, please. Okay. Yes. I have to do a new one every time because it can be game-breaking. If I'm not careful.
Hey, hey! I'm endorsing a new cola, kids! And this one isn't poisonous to anybody!
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters.
Plus,
it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the
you know, someone's gonna join the stream and be like,
try new improved.
I thought I was gonna see some development stuff. But if they're too late, they can just watch.
Get Buzz Cola.
Like, you know, they can watch from the beginning if they want, or something. I don't know, like I said. No particular direction for this stream, I just want to test it out. I do want to do this one again, one of these days. But, for now, we're just kind of doing this. Okay. Oh no, How Funny's gaming? It's so over. It's so over.
Gotcha. Oh, I think you broke something there.
Bart in a suit's like right there, okay. Is this really the car I get? Man.
Who does not like to be late? Can't you see I'm busy?
I got hungry and it was a fig.
Oh no, it's like having a nightmare of this
Yes,
game.
whatever.
It's like one of those dreams. You're not quite sure. You know it's like hit and run. But everything is nonsensical here. Yeah, the randomizer's a mod someone made because I'm using something called Lucas's hit and run mod launcher. And there's a couple things you gotta do to install it, but other than that, it's fun. Like, it just randomizes characters and all that.
Bearded cartoon creator incarcerated in a Peruvian jail.
Apparently
In other
not the
news,
cutscenes,
local citizens are
but that's fine.
outraged over the discovery of surveillance cameras throughout the town. We go now to City Hall, where Mayor Quimby is fielding questions from an angry mob.
These miniature cameras are an outrage. Spying on our women's dressing rooms, bathrooms, and locker rooms is unforgivable. I think I speak for all Springfielders when I say, where is the sexy footage?
In other unexplained news, strange black vans have been appearing all over town.
Marge, that black
You know,
van is spying on us.
If a randomizer...
Homie, you're so
Actually,
sexy when you're paranoid.
If hit and run was randomized, in a way where... No, if it was generated. If it was kind of like the Minecraft, the AI-generated Minecraft gameplay thing, that would be trippy.
Trying to think of a
Because
way
it's-
to blame our latest test scores
It's not
on
like it's
reality television.
more complex than Minecraft, but still, there's just a lot on the screen. Like, you might just end up in level 2, you might end up in the last one, like, it won't really know like where to put you. Because of how much especially for the night levels, where the levels are unchanged, and it's just like dark, that's like the only difference. Yeah. Oh wow.
One, go!
I hate this car. Why? Why must it do this to me? I do not like this car at all. Sorry, March.
You want the other side. Perhaps I should consult someone with connections to Springfield's seedy underbelly.
It's actually like horrible at handling. It's fast, but it's like very fast. Go on, boat. Make my day.
What is the difference between an associate producer and a producer anyway?
This will be the basis of a Simpson House episode. Like, Marge, one of your sisters are driving the Audi.
Oh. I don't care.
Marge, why don't you care? I'm sorry. End of episode 1. That series is going to be heavily inspired by Conjun House. If you have not heard of Conjun House, spelled K-H-O-N-J-I-N, Conjun House, I recommend watching that if you haven't. Funny series. Go.
Farewell, slow person.
Homer, Homer, Homer.
Oh, wow. I made it that far.
Unexpected outcome.
Oh,
I'm
that is
shocked
bad.
and such.
Hey, Apu,
Oh,
give me a
no.
cola and I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pies.
You move like a corpse in a pond.
Yes, mother.
I fixed my car, but somehow it's still smoking. What? Oh no. This is how it must feel like to drive to and from the Hell Funny offices. Like, this is just canonically how it is. Like, you're trapped in this Audi, and it's very bad at handling. And you have to make sure you're on the road. It's always constantly going left and right. Canonical way to get to the Hell Funny headquarters.
Well, looking for that little monster treasure.
Oh, jeez.
Can't
Okay.
help anything. You might as well pick up Mother's dry cleaning.
Conjun House, yeah.
Crime does.
Conjun House is a web series by someone who calls himself Conjun or Connor. I mean, I think that's his like first name or something like that. It's public, so it's not like it's not like I'm doxing him. But it's just a funny web series made in Flash. That was it's actually kind of inspired by Video Game Donkey's Flash animations on Newgrounds years back. But Conjun kind of made his own thing out of it. And the way he animates, with just like 2D images that he draws and everything, it's like, it really is funny. Like, it's a specific type of art style.
Oh, like no.
It's fun to watch, honestly. I had a friend introduce me to that. They're not around anymore. They're a part of the X crew.
Flee! Flee,
The X crew of the pre or post Rari Hell Funny. I love how this channel, I'm implying that this channel has eras when it's like hasn't even been like around for years. But I just love the idea that it's just like somehow been around for years. Like the Hell Funny Network. You gotta pay at least $0.25 to subscribe to the Hell Funny Network. And that's the truth. I just need a quarter every month. And I'm good.
Are you daft?
Cool. Okay, so I bought that. It's normal. It's like the actual Cloud King. There's nothing Forgot.
There. We've got
It's
Mother's
not
laundry,
Ray anymore.
dinner for Edna and me, and some personal items. Now, if you can just help me find a place that carries Mother's favorite canned aspic.
Beautiful physics.
Yeah, what the heck. Oh, but can we stop and get some of those chocolate?
Beautiful physics.
My huge butt belly is
Dad,
completely empty.
Beautiful physics.
Lisa, you don't sound normal. I'm gonna have to send you to, Ohio.
Hey there, Mr. Smiles. You shouldn't have ought to done that.
It's really stupid. Duff truck, what are you doing? I'm like driving an NPC vehicle. This is like the most I have to work with right now.
So long, suckers!
Oh jeez. Oh yay. I have to destroy that and this?
Beautiful physics.
I think
Granted, that's what I said when I first played Teardown. Like just like that, like actually just like that, same inflection and everything.
Beautiful physics.
I wish I could show that.
Move
game.
it or
I don't know
lose it,
what's
Buster.
up with it. This, however, hit and run. This I can show. That's good. Oh, you just ran into.
I'll be glad
Oops.
to drive if you'll make a donation to my Criminalize Horseplay initiative.
Thanks. Now Selma's the pretty one.
What's hit and run? Well, let me show you.
It looks like I'll have to
Completely not hit and
gradually
run
go
gameplay.
slightly wild.
Oh, great. Now I need new hips again.
You know, the more I confuse the copyright system, the better. So they can't take me
Moons
down.
of Zenthor, it is a pact.
YouTube, you
Bond is
cannot
made.
take me
Image is
down.
sacred under the vows of the knights who
Unless I say something really bad. Like... Kid named Finger. Oh no. Now they're gonna take me down for saying... We're talking about the kid named Finger. I don't know. You! What are you doing? No?
I'm coming to get you and give you such a whooping. Okay, on the way home, I can pick up a gallon jar.
This game... Oh. Bad mistake. Big mistake, buddy.
I'll clean that up later.
Nice.
You'd think with all the asbestos in this place, we'd have fewer fires.
Yeah. Copyright does need a rework. Yeah, I think it's begging for that at this point. If we're going to coexist, especially with a lot of people making a bunch of noise about what's fair use and
That's
what's
gonna
not,
cost me.
we've got to rework that. Granted, you know, it's a process. It'll take time. I cannot wait to see what the next 5 years will bring. Just the 5 years. Because, like, especially in the field of tech, like, it
Oh,
really
great.
evolves.
Now I need new hips
Now, some
again.
people are afraid it's gonna, like, implode. And that can happen if we're not careful. But, I mean, we've had similar stuff. Similar things happen. As we're...
Maybe I'm just a senile
Something
old
popped.
man, but Bart's lucky red hat fell out of that black car.
I'm not really well adversed in the specifics of that. I know for a fact that has happened before, though.
If I need another hip this time, I'm taking yours.
Fine, Mother.
Thanks, Skinner. Skinner!
Why is there smoke coming out of your oven?
Oh, that isn't smoke. That's steam. Steam from the Buzz Cola. It's giving me coins now, too. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Nothing lasts forever.
Just put some butter on the wound. It'll be fine.
Be wild to know what Disney's thoughts would be on this. Will never happen, I know, but it's a funny concept.
I'll never lose these love handles.
Disney's over here like, what is it, Walt? What's the problem? What's the issue? Well, let me tell you.
Cautiously, wildly accelerating.
Whatever Marge just said. And I'm not even playing Marge. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Anyways. Tomako. That's a Simpsons reference. Specific Simpsons reference to the Tomako episode. I think there was only one. The one. There's a lot of these littered through here, and I'm pretty sure that's like obvious, but still, you know, whenever you're making a game, it's cool how like you have this huge development team really just comb through different parts of like the source material just to like get the best recognizable parts to make the best game you can, at least. May not be 100% groundbreaking, but I mean, to be fair, Hit and Run is 100% groundbreaking. No. I know it's based on GTA, but still. Good game. That's not a lie. That is not a lie. My heart goes out to that random stray coin that always appears.
I know I should be studying, but how often do little girls get to drive?
Lisa, you're not even here. You're like a ghost. Oh wow. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but Jimbo's driving the bus
could use a tractor around the house for hauling away Homer's empties.
I love this car actually. It's pretty fast, but it might be easily destroyable. Probably pretty weak. It's an NPC car too, so you know that they're not the strongest.
Let him have it.
Yes, Mother.
I'll buff out those dents with a good yellow onion.
The alien craft is using some sort of tractor beam to suck up trespassers to their doom. Worst effects ever.
That's not Marge.
Now there is no chance my Truckosaurus will go on a killing rampage with the screaming and the sadness and the hosing of blood off the robot.
You can go inside certain buildings by pressing the Y button. Why did I agree to do this stupid tutorial? It is so boring. Hola! You're a stupid head who's stupid!
This is just
Please
madness. Oh, now I have this vehicle? Thanks. I actually don't mind the vehicle. It's pretty nice.
Sure. I need a break from the Malibu Stacy chat
Pretty
room.
good.
If the Fromans was halved by the power of 3 over 17...
Okay.
Nice. Liftoff.
I messed up. Oh no. Please.
That was so painful.
God help me, I love books on tape.
I didn't do it. Take that!
This is what a Simpson fan hears on a daily basis when they're driving. It's just a bunch of Simpson voices like back and forth. Like repeating the lines verbatim. There is no rest for a Simpsons fan. Apparently, people are making a big hubbub that they killed off Marge in like the newer season, but it's not even one of those canon things. Like it was the typical future episodes. But for some reason, they made it a thing like, oh, she's dead actually. What? Thanks, articles.
I am most assuredly impressed.
Hello, drivers. Got a little situation here.
Eat my dust.
Ho ho! Hang your head in shame, loser.
If you need to really put the hammer down and drive, you can always enter these time trial races. They cost a little to enter, but they have a mucho dinero payoff.
Oh, now I have a wedgie.
Perry Como.
Yeah. That was a string of words and sentences that existed. Yeah, ooh. Don't mind if I do.
Nothing to see here, folks.
That was
I've
most
always,
thrilling.
owe
What's it?
everything to
Okay,
Mother's
so I
watchful eye and
kind of like
stern
run or
hand.
help. I manage like a little community for a certain
Excuse me, Han Solo man.
series
Can you help me?
from 2011. Dan versus, if you've heard of it. And we've always talked about like how neat it would be.
I need more power.
If the game if the series itself had a game, like a proper 3D game, the only game it's ever had was a
Please
Flash
watch
game.
out. I am college educated.
Which is, you know, unfortunate because, well, I love Flash games, but
I think my tummy leaked.
it's not like a proper 3D game. Now that would be something.
Taking
And
it to the streets.
I don't know what type of game it would be. I'd always envisioned a collectible, like a collectathon, perhaps. I don't know. That would be sweet, though.
Sorry, terribly sorry. Look, if you need a ride, instant message my Cortex. By which I mean, call me. Live.
Way back when I was just a little bitty boy living in a little bitty house in a little bitty basement. That's definitely how it goes. You know, a couple blocks down from Jerry's Bait Shop. You know the place.
Oh, now come on.
Actually, kind of like adjacent to the idea, but like, I really thought, like, as silly as it is, because I know how the series kind of flows, but a BoJack Horseman 3D game would kind of go hard. Like, again, I wouldn't know what to make it, to be honest, but just seeing all the characters in like kind of a low poly 3D model style, still trying to copy the style of the show, but it's like, you know, you're working with like very little, so you're able to pull off a lot more in terms of gameplay. Like, that would be cool. That'd be cool to see. Personally.
People in this state
I don't know, some people can't get into BoJack, and I get that, but it could be a thing. Hello, Wasp. The baby peanut. A couple of people I've used to talk to. I joked around with the idea that Hell Funny could have like its own set of mini games. Not really anything that's like too distracting from the main course, so to speak, but just like it's fun little mini games, like each with their own gimmick. I have an experience in game making, which, of course, go figure. I'm over here apparently with the video making, the audio making, and all this and all that. Of course I mess with game development, but it's not a joke because I used to actually mess with that shit when I was younger on Game Maker. Game Maker was like my introductory program to that.
Maybe you would care to eat what's in the mystery box.
I use ClickTeam now. I actually own it because I prefer ClickTeam so much that I've decided to own ClickTeam.
Oh, jeez. The chili's running through me like a freight train.
It's that paired with Godot. Like, Godot is free, of course, but ClickTeam specifically, it's known for being the engine for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ooh, I must finish
and
quickly.
early fan games. But it's still a good engine. You know? It's still a fantastic way to make 2D stuff.
Kids get any dumber, I'm gonna have to release them into the forest.
You just gotta know what you're doing. And that's my thing. I know what I'm doing somewhat with ClickTeam, but Godot, I'm still trying out despite being a machine learning person where like I'm into like Python. The scripting language for Godot is genuinely based off Python. So it makes things easier, but I'm still not 100% used to it. Because you're still having to code stuff through and through the actual project. And I you know, it's a new thing to me, personally. But big props to those who can actually make their own engine out there, because I know some people were able to do that. Make their own game engine. Jeez, like in like C+ or something. It's like, how? I want to know. Secret of the Mimic. I wouldn't know too much about that. Granted, a lot of my FNAF, my Five Nights at Freddy's, I should say, Jesus, knowledge ends practically around Pizzeria Simulator. I've had some bits and pieces above that, like I've heard some things about Help Wanted, this and that. I kind of lost interest though when it like divided off into different things, and I'm not really up to speed with what fans are making with it anymore. I will, however, tell you, I do remember the Treasure Planet. Or Treasure Planet? No, Treasure Island. Yeah, Treasure Island FNAF fan game that someone made that was really rough, but seemed to gain some little following because of its concept that was based off of Abandoned by Disney. It was a creepypasta about a place that Disney had built that was abandoned and had some weird stuff surrounding it, like an inverted Mickey costume. It's like a whole thing. But point is, that's like the extent of my knowledge on that. Dude, I need a car.
Well, my radioactive
Thank
hamsters
you.
are being very uncooperative right now, especially Frank.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't expect just playing hit and run today. Like, let alone on stream, on How Funny.
Why
at
not?
This hour.
School's closed, bring it up to the 1974 safety code.
Life is funny like that. And we'll check something real quick. Checking notifications. Wow. I have someone tagging me somewhere else, but that's fine. I'll get to them later on here. I will clarify, if you do send a friend request, I will see it. I'll just have to get to that later, because I kind of pull up Discord like every now and then. It's not like I'm constantly checking Discord. Ow. Wow. That is Barney, right in the middle of the hole. The slimy hole. What are you doing? What? Okay.
What the fudge?
Nice one.
Not again.
Not again.
You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah.
Ouch!
I do
My
know that
bikini
to a
zone's
degree.
chafing.
It really just does. It's weird in the sense where
Making it look easy.
I just sometimes feel like it doesn't reach
You better
as
run.
much as it should, and I feel like part of that is a reason why like Rari's kind of the reason, because you know how memes can be, you know, especially channels. It's like, oh, it's a funny channel, I'll subscribe. But a lot of people won't actually
Hop in, Junior.
like
Time's a wasting.
look around unless it's related to the reason they subscribe for. And I get that, but damn. I'm still appreciative of how much it's gotten me, but
It's all good.
YouTube nowadays is really weird. Definitely not what it used to
Why
be.
do you
Just
keep
that.
hitting everything?
Now to kick some zombie butt, with a little help from my most psychotic friend, Mo.
Why don't you ask Mr. Burns?
Okay,
His
I'll,
buried nuclear...
check Discord in a second.
Mrs. Spring. For you.
Okay, so, I believe I got the request, but since I'm in streaming mode, it might not let me know about direct messages.
Hey, Jabba the Fat,
Immediately.
do you know where I can get a copy of Bone Storm 2?
Not now. I'm dressed only in a holster.
Damn, I'm like missing all these coins.
That gives me the heebie-jeebies. Guess your fancy second-grade education's gone to waste.
Thank goodness for seatbelts. Mine, all mine.
Gail, it's Willie's time.
Wow.
Danger!
Okay.
Mr. Burns! Mini cameras! Black vans!
I'm gonna be real. I don't know what else I can really do in this stream. Like, the most I could probably do is, like, go back to music stuff. But,
Nothing
you know,
lasts forever.
it's a test stream. Eventually, it will be public too, so, well, actually, when it's done, I'm not gonna, like, unlist it. So
Sorry,
I guess
Bot. I can't serve booze to a minor.
if there's
it ain't
any
right.
future viewers watching this right now, just know that you missed one hell of a test stream, and I might conclude it soon.
Good karma.
But, yeah. Oh, wow. Really is. Randomizer really is funny. Jimbo, why are you driving a Buzz Cola truck?
Despite my age, I am driving here.
Okay. Yeah, I think a good time is like 5 to 9 or something. 6, 8, 9. That's like 5 hours. That's like 5 hours. Good lord. Probably a little less on certain days. Maybe might be viable. Because there are barely times where I can actually have this time
Way to ignore
work
the
with
speed limit!
in my current situation. Hello, witch. Goodbye, witch.
Why am I so hated?
Oh, that's a card. That's one of the collectible cards. Damn. Really thinking about it because I did start getting back into the concept of VR chat because I want a reason
So cold.
to use my
The
VR
Earthlings
headset.
never learned we replaced these guys
But-
with clones eons ago.
I just have to find it. Find that reason. Hello. Waylon Smithers. Anyways, I appreciate the ad. It's 8:42. I might just hop into FL real quick. Flipping and flopping. Oh yeah. We are out here doing something. I guess I'll save that. It's gonna randomize the next time. But that's fine. Okay, so oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. So, I'm thinking about how I can structure this, because I'm definitely content with just, you know, a free flow format like this, but I could also get the appeal of maybe one section I'm going over in FL, another section I'm in Blender. The original purpose of these streams is to actually kind of fuel a sort of motivation, I guess, because it's like I'm working live, and it's not like it's a pressure thing. It's more like a, oh, it's like we gotta work on something. Like something's got to be done here, and then it doesn't need to be done, but it's still kind of cool to like stream the process, you know. But yeah, I plan to do these for Saturdays. Saturdays are good days to do this, from my knowledge. So yeah, that's you know what, that's the first stream. That is the first test stream, and I think it'll be a good stopping point right here. Appreciate you joining there, Muffin, McGuffin, and anyone else who gave me a visit. I appreciate you as well. I will see you guys probably the next upload. The next upload is going to be either the episode or the music video. That's my current schedule for that right now. So that is what's happening. So I will see you all later. Goodbye. And I will play. There we go. And it's this. Even though it says be right back. I will be right back next Saturday. Peace.